killing at podcast we have spoken about tracing it, facing it. Now we have on erasing it, and this is one of my mentor slogan for healing. The Reverend Dr. Mrs. Olufunke Adetubero, and we are on erasing it. Erasing it means after you have traced where the issue is coming from, at least you have an idea of what has happened, then facing it, owning it as yours, because you're about to start another generational pattern and you're about to put your name on the map of your generation. Now erasing it. For example, if you have been able to trace obesity and you have been able to trace it to the fact that it was the eating pattern that was inculcated and passed down, so it might take time. Definitely it will take time, but don't be discouraged through with that. You have to change your eating patterns, and it has to be discipline. Like I recently I watched a video that I'm trying to remember the person's name that interviewed Pastor Matthew Ashimolowo, and talking about how he had his weight loss journey, and he said during those times people thought he was sick and now explaining in retrospect showed that process is always misinterpreted. Process is always misunderstood. You are the one that knows what you are going through. Talk about how we changed his eating pattern over 20 years. And even when people start comparing to when people started noticing and talking, it was just like 10 years into it. So you can imagine. Focus on yourself. Don't let anybody distract you. Don't let any naysayers, the same people that will say, hail the king today, here comes the king, here comes our king, will still be the same set of people that will still say crucify him tomorrow. I'm sure by the time they heard Ashimolowo's transformation, when it is now more beautiful to be heard, now they will change their mind and they will actually want to be like him, especially if they have the same challenge. So start erasing it. Start the process. Okay, how do I do this? What do I need to do? What kind of books do I need to read? What kind of seminars do I need to go to? How do I add value to myself? How do I change this pattern? How do I do this? And start effecting it. Erasing it means clearing it. What did they say about this? Okay, this is not true. This is what is true. When we're growing up and we're in school, we were given pencil. As long as it is the pencil that you are using, and you are not that if you are hijacking your mother's or your teacher's pen, they will always leave you to write whatever you write, because just as one glance of eraser, everything will be cleared. You must still have some patches of the lines of the pencil, but the main damage has been erased. But remember, when you clear a pencil written stuff, you won't see the writing again. Though the lines, they hardly know when a child presses his hand or his own hand to write. There will be lines to show that something came in through this place. Definitely there might be traces of some things, there might be impact, there might be scars, but there will be beautiful scars remembrance, because you would have known that yes, you are making efforts to erase some things. You are making effort to bring honor back to your generations before you. You are making effort to do things that would bring your father and your mother's name or generational name in the good light. You are making efforts that no matter how much regret you have now, your children will not still meet the same regrets. Definitely, you don't want them to meet the same. No matter how much you are regretting now, you don't want your children to meet the same intensity of regrets. At least they will be on the record that so person started working on something and has gotten results to this level. They won't start from where you started from. They won't start from where your parents started from, and that is a blessing, and it is a privilege. Life is a privilege. Erasing things is a privilege. Trying to trace where things are coming from is a privilege. Trying to face it is a privilege. It's not easy, but it is still a privilege. Thank you so much. What did we talk about this episode? We talk about erasing it, clearing it out of the way, trying to redeem some things, clearing things out of the way. When you want to start building on the land, even if the land has been built on before and it has been abandoned and it is archaic and it is old school, no matter what you feel it is recent and trending, give it some years. In fact, 2 years is even too much these days. It will be outdated, and you will start looking for how to wish you had waited, but you can't wait enough. What they built, the dilapidated, abandoned setting, you can clear it again. You can start from the beginning. You can bulldoze some things. You can erase some things and start all over again. That is what erasing it is all about. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day ahead. Love you.